Hi there again and welcome back. I thought I'll just give you an update on the garden about a week after I transplanted some seedlings in there. The weather hasn't warmed up as I expected it to. It's been quite cold overnight and a cold wind blowing. So unlike last year when we had the lockdown, the weather did warm up nicely in April. This year it doesn't seem to have been the case. Sort of around 15 degrees during the day, up to about 17 some days, but still quite cool at night. So the potato plants, that's what they're looking like. They're kind of going a bit dark on the stems. I think they've been hit by a bit of frost or cold, or maybe it's too cold for them. And the bad news is bean plants haven't done very well. They've really taken a pounding. They are dying off. So the ones that have still got a bit of green leaves on, especially like that one there, I suspect because it's near the edge there, so it's not as cold, it's a bit out of the wind. I'm going to try and transplant them back into the pots and see if I can put them back on the windowsill inside and see if they'll survive. I have got some others inside that have started growing, seedlings, but I'm going to keep them in there until the weather warms up a bit more. These also been battered a bit by the wind. Pity, because some of them actually had started flowering. So yeah, that's the state of the veg garden at the moment. I don't know whether I should leave the potato plants in there or not. I may just leave them in there. It's easy enough to grow new ones if I need to, just to see whether they'll survive. They're normally quite hardy, so I'll probably just leave them in there. They're a bit big for in the house anyway. But yeah, in the meantime, bean plants, I'll see what I can rescue, and I'll do a bit of a follow-up from inside the house of the ones that I've started growing there again. I can always plant out some new ones because I've still got some seeds to spare that were left over from last year. So anyway, until the next part of this video, and then I'll show you the rest of it, and once I've dug these out, put them back in the pots, see what happens if I keep them indoors for another couple of weeks or so. Right, there we are, back again. I've transferred these to the inside of the house. I don't know whether they're going to survive or not. They've still got a little bit of green on them, so maybe with a bit of TLC. I haven't given up on them yet, just have to keep on trying. I've put them amongst the live ones, so it's living and the dead together. They've been exhumed basically. These are all the other ones. They seem to be coming along alright, although they haven't grown as big as the previous ones. Maybe they kind of sensed that the weather wasn't right yet, and they thought, well, we better not grow too much or we'll end up out there with the others, because this kind of overlooks my garden from here, which you can see from the window here. Check if I can get it. Yeah, the sun is blinding me a bit. Yeah, the potato plants I did leave in there. That blue stripe you can see there's my washing line. So yeah, that's sort of overlooking the garden. They sit nicely in the sun in the afternoons, yeah. I should maybe move some from the living room to here, because that only gets the morning sun. It's on the other side of the house. So those are the ones in the bedroom. These are the ones in the kitchen. So hopefully that one will still survive. The stem is still green on that. So maybe if I just cut off the dead leaves, it may regrow. I'll give it a try. Just give a little bit of water each morning. These again, same side as the bedroom, so they get the afternoon sun most of the afternoon. Not too much, because the net curtains filter it out a bit, so it's not too hot for them, and they don't get too cold at night, because I think that's the problem. I planted those too soon and they got cold at night. I've even got one which is a twin that's growing here, one of the new ones. I must have planted a seed, forgotten, got back around, got the pots mixed up or whatever, planted another one in there. So we'll see how they do when they grow together. be interesting to see how the twin plants get along. I'll sort of let you know in later videos on that. Like I say, hopefully the weather will warm up soon so I can then retransplant these dead ones if they survive and the newer ones. Otherwise it means I'll need to plant some more in the pots and just hold on until the weather warms up a bit. It hasn't been as warm as last year this time, unfortunately. The lockdown weather was beautiful. I was stuck at home and decided, right, try and do some gardening. So I'll just show you quickly, go through to the ones in the living room. That's one of the ones, well, two of them. That one I just kind of nipped off the dead bit. Don't know if anything will go from the stem. That one been battered a bit by the wind as well, I think. The stem's not very thick on those. Whereas I noticed these that have been indoors for a while, the stems seem a bit thicker on them. And that's one I rescued now from the garden. Still got a bit of green on there. They're starting to shrivel. So there's still hope. And those are new ones again. They don't seem to be growing as big as the others. Like I say, maybe they've got a sort of sense of doom. If they grow too much, they'll be planted outside. So that's what it's looking like. I've got a fair amount of them in pots now. And when the weather warms up, I'll be transplanting them. I'll do another video in a week or so just to keep you updated as to what's going on. And that's about it for now, just an update. Unfortunately, some of the bean seedlings that I planted out, they didn't do too well. I think it was just too windy, too cold. Planted them out too soon. But hey, that's how you learn, you know. But again, on the other hand, you don't give up. I just basically scooped them out with my hands, scooped as much soil as I could so as not to disturb the roots too much. Put them back in the pots, and there we go. So we'll keep you updated as to whether these survive or not and how the rest of them are doing in about a week or so. Until then, stay safe and well, and hopefully I'll be doing another video soon. Bye bye for now.